Under the Lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Phillies. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Corbin Burnes will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He's strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low twos, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games and home runs and teams filled with guys that get hit throughout the lineup. This is a really good pitcher.
Ready now is Corey Dickerson. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Now here's the first offering. First pitch of the ball game misses here, and that's how we begin this four-game weekend set. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Here now the 2-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. And there's a base hit on the line.
I know in today's game everybody's trying to go yard, but can you look at having a better at bat as a leadoff hitter? You take it full count, you make the pitcher work, and then you come through with a knock. Great start.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. Swing and a liner, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 22, Christian Yelich.
And here's Christian Yelich now. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
What a terrific season this guy's having. Up near the leaders in batting average, without a doubt the highest average and the best hitter on this team.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in his zone. This guy's known for being a down and in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he pops it up. Baez into foul territory. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. 1-2 for Christian Yelich.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2. Count remains 2-2. Dickerson, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Breaking ball, called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2. Runner at first with 2 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ooh, that's a good pitch to take a hack at right there. Change up in the zone. He'd like to have that one back.
Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Curveball just about rung him up, but it's to 2-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution.
Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1. We'll go to the bottom of the first in a scoreless ball game. Bowden Francis gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
It's not an easy thing to do to pitch as a rookie, but one of the things you have to do is use the positives. The opposing team has never faced you. You can't be afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. Establish your pitches and try to work quickly.
So stepping in is Willie Castro. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team's in the grind part of their schedule right now. Just had a short homestand, able to say hello to the family, kiss the wife, tuck the kids in at night, and they're back on the road again. This should be interesting to see the energy this team plays with today.
And it's fouled away. The next 0-2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
High in the air out to center field. Taylor is right there, 1 down.
Diaz.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Joaquin Diaz trying to get it going at the plate. It's been tough sledding for him so far this year. First pitch of the AB now. And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball 1. Fastball just a bit low here. He's behind 2-0 now. Francis is one of the more prolific strikeout artists in the game today. He'll get into double digits in Ks, and of course that means he's got outstanding stuff every 5 days.
One of the things that go hand in hand, Matty V, if you want to strike guys out, you have to have good stuff, and this guy has great stuff. He has 2 different pitches that he can strike you out with, and as they rate him on a scale of 1 to 10, this guy has 2 pitches that rate an 8 or a 9, which is really hard to find in baseball today.
The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Your eyes light up from the offensive side playing in a hitter's park like this. Have to get the ball up to do some damage. I'm not mad at that tape.
The next 3-2. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
And that's the beauty of having a guy in the 2-hole like him. He's almost like another leadoff hitter, working a walk with just 1 out, and I think there's a good chance that he's going to be on the move at some point.
1 out, runner at first. That'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor. From the stretch. Bullet back up the middle. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the 2nd out.
That's one of those tough luck outs that'll drive you crazy as a hitter. He drove that fastball but couldn't get it down, so he has to take hard contact as a consolation.
Here's Bryce Harper now. Pulled toward right center field. Dickerson's after it. But he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Well, with 2 away, the man on first, he was moving on contact, and he got a great jump and comes all the way around to score on that double. Always nice to snag the early lead, and they've done it here.
Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Comes into this one at 271 with 19 homers and 41 RBIs. A ball and no strikes. Harper at second with 2 down. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Hey, after those two breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
He's set. The 3-1 gets him to swing and miss there. 3-2.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. A leap, but he can't rein it in. It's off the wall. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now. And he's going to make it easily. It's a stand-up triple.
The pitcher was almost out of the inning. I think he might have taken that 3rd out for granted. Instead, he gives up a 2-out RBI triple to make it 2-0.
Standing in now, Kyle Tucker. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Boy, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
2 outs here with a runner at third. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. One and one, here it is.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
This is pulled into right. Dickerson will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. To move ahead to the top of the second now. The Phillies are out in front 2-0. Into the box, Travis Shaw. His prior history versus this arm, he's hitless in 3 at-bats.
Travis Shaw.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone. Boy, not the prettiest of swings, D-Row. That looked a little bit from the Vladimir Guerrero book, but nonetheless, he got the job done.
Yeah, a little choke and poke right there. He flipped the bat out there and was able to find a little empty green grass. Not pretty, but he'll take it.
Tyrone Taylor is at the plate as he watches ball 1. He comes in 1 tick shy of 300 at 299. 2 home runs and 19 driven in. The 1-0. Takes this the other way to right, and that is into right field, a base hit. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Up next, Jacob Nottingham. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. Slow roller down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Has a look, now the pitch.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
The 3-2 pitch. And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3-2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
So here is Tim Lopes. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. He's set. Here it comes. Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Bases loaded here. Nobody out. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And this is a great example of what happens when you can't find the strike zone. The first walk of the inning looked harmless enough, but this one brings a runner home. Self-inflicted wounds are always the hardest to swallow.
So here now is the pitcher, Bowden Francis. A potential tying run for him at third base. First pitch on its way. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider. Oh, and a comebacker. This could be big. He'll come home with it. They get the force at the plate.
Up next for Milwaukee, the right fielder.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Corey Dickerson, trying to bring in the tying run from third here. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
And that'll get down for a base hit. 1 run scores. Throw won't get him.
You know, D-Row, hitting in the leadoff spot, you're not going to get very many opportunities to drive in some runs, but that's a big 2 RBI base hit.
Yeah, when you see ducks on the pond, Dan, your eyes light up. I don't care if you're hitting first in the lineup or 8th in the lineup. You grind out in that bat and try and get the runs on the board for your team.
Colton Wong will stand in. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Set to deliver the 0-1. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
This inning hasn't gone the way he wanted it to, but it's not a total disaster yet. Sometimes pitching is about damage control, so if he can strand these guys out there, that would be pretty huge.
That one finds the target on the outer half. It's 1-2. Has a look. Now the pitch.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
The 2-2. A bouncer up the middle. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of the second. The Brewers lead this one 3-2. Now into the box, Javier Baez. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. As he tries to go out and get the slider, but it's not there. It's strike 1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. And now a pitch on the way.
He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Hit hard down the line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
So now to the plate, JT Realmuto. A bouncer to the left side. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Corbin Burns.
Now a man at third with one away, and in to hit next will be Corbin Burns. From the stretch. Here comes the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Wong has it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Willie Castro. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Oh, and that looked like the very definition of flailing there. It's even at 1.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden, he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll go now to the top of the third, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as the left-handed hitting Christian Yelich settles in to start out the inning. First delivery to him. Christian Yelich is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. There's a ball low. He misses with a changeup. Down the left field line and deep. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Here comes the 1-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. That'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch on its way. And that misses, ball 1. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. This year against right-handed pitching, Mountcastle brings a batting average just a little over the .250 mark. And there's out number 2.
The third baseman.
So the bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that brings up the left-handed hitter Travis Shaw. He's set, and the pitch.
No ball, 1 strike.
Here comes the 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Through 2.5. It's 3 apiece.
Bounce it, just bounce it. Everybody when it come, I'm announcing it. I'm always go.
See ya.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Joaquin Diaz. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
2-1 the count. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. And this is taken in just shy of the warning track for out number 1. So here's Francisco Lindor now. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at bat.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 3.
2 down, no one on base. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Super important situation right here for the pitcher to go 1-2-3. Get back in the dugout, regroup. He struggled early, but if he can knock out this 1-2-3 inning, I think he can right the ship.
Grounded up the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. 0-2 count and the pitch. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
The count now at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. He stays alive, still 2-2. And now a pitch on the way. Line to the right side. Dickerson gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning.
Yo, come back